It is Dear Pain.
Dear Pain. Okay, I'm going to hit the start. It's all you.
All right. First, a little prayer, a little praise. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for holding it in a place such as this, a desert where some saw nothing but death and hopelessness, and others saw an oasis, and that message carries through, and we are here to share that with others. Now, everyone, let's lock in. My name is Speaker James. I am a fear fighter. I'm a professional failure, and I am king of the roar. Now, I'm also an up speaker. What does that mean? That's in get up, stay up, bless up. Can I get an amen? Amen. Woo! All right, and today I'm going to talk to you about pain. Usually that's something you think that is bad, something that you think you don't want, something that you think you have to avoid, but I'm here to tell you that you need to love it. You need to lean in and embrace it. It is the answer. It is the key. It is everything you need. And we're going to talk about it in my love letter to pain today. Dear pain, I love you. You were my first teacher, but what did you teach me? You taught me how big you are. What's more overwhelming than pain? I mean, who's ever been hit in the mouth? I mean, really just the first time that happened, you remember that? That is a life-changing experience. And you can't describe it to someone who hasn't been through it, right? You want to curl up in a ball, you want to get small, but really, that's the first time most people have that internal dialogue. Who am I? What am I going to do? How am I going to get through this? Because when every other sense is overwhelming, it's just you versus the pain. It's you in that moment, you versus yourself, who you are and what you have to become to get through that moment. That's real. And that's what pain's there to teach you. Now, the next thing that pain taught me was a little bit more complex. I'll admit that. Because pain is your signal to change, right? Going back to get hit in the mouth, anytime you felt extreme physical pain, what did you want to do? Did you want to move? Did you want to stop? Did you get paralysis? Did you want to drop up and curl in a little ball? Pain makes you think that you should freeze, that there's nothing to do but submit. But that's not right. Pain's trying to teach you to make a change, take action, do something now. I just said physical pain, but we know there's emotional, spiritual, there's a lot of depth to the type of hurt a human being can feel. I want you to let that sink in. Really feel it. You're embarrassed about how you look when you walk into a room. Hurts. Doesn't feel good. You're ashamed of who you are. You look in the mirror and you hate it. You get angry at it. You're furious. You don't want anything to do with it. What are you going to do? What does it mean? You going to curl up in a ball? You going to get small? No, not us. Not today. Something needs to change. Does it have to be you? Maybe. Could you be doing more? Could you be eating less? Could you be taking better care of your body? Or is it just your mindset? Are you hanging on to something that someone told you when you were younger that's untrue? Somebody gave you their pain because they felt small. Hurt people hurt people. And what they do to manage that is they try and make you get small like them. Don't do it. Maybe you need to let that go. Maybe some of you need to let that go right now. So pain is big. Pain will always be a part of any situation. Pain is your partner. It's there. Pain is your signal to change. But here's the magic, guys. Pain can be defeated. Because pain's not real. Pain is in your head. It's in your body. It's your mind, your heart, your soul. You feel it on so many levels. But it's something that your brain tells you to feel. One of my favorite things, I used to own a hot sauce company. I got really nerdy into all the hot sauce. But capsaicin is the chemical that makes it burn. Capsaicin is a neurotoxin that the plant has as a defense mechanism so that they hope that you won't eat it. But it's not real. Capsaicin, you cannot overdose on capsaicin. Capsaicin will never hurt you. You can just put pure capsaicin in your body and you will feel pain. But nothing's happening. It's not real. And pain is the same way. Pain is a signal that we misinterpret for don't eat it. But it's not really hurting you. And when you do go through that, anyone who's experienced the heat seeking, anyone who's tried that out, you know what happens on the other side. You get those endorphins, you get that euphoria, it feels good. The other side of pain is a win. Pain stands between you and what you want. Always. Just like I said at the beginning, pain is so big, it can always apply. And you can choose your pain. And now that you know you can defeat it, you know it's not real, you can pick the type of pain you want. You can pick the pain of change, of hard work, of dedication. Or you can pick the pain of regret, loss, self-disappointment. Dear pain, I love you. In fact, you're quite the lover. And I loved you. I became so attached to you at an early age. You were there from my first memory. And once I learned that there's only so much pain and that's it, I'm not going to die, nothing happens, I was set free. And like any strong relationship, after a certain point, you can also endure anything. New friends were on the fence, sure, but once you're committed, once you're married to the pain, that's it. We're locked in. You can get through anything. And so I wanted to shoulder it. If the only consequence for getting what I wanted was a little bit of pain, that's practically free. Give it to me. I want it. I need it. I got to have it. Same for any of you? If you're not that phase yet, I want to take this moment to encourage you. Go for it. It will open up every door you ever wanted. Pain is reverse currency for life. You can buy anything if you can take the pain. Now, somewhere in there I got a little mixed up. Pain, maybe I got a little selfish. I wanted nothing. I didn't want to be with anybody else. I was jealous. That's what it was. I was jealous. Pain, I would see you in somebody else's eyes. God gave me that gift. I could feel what others feel. Turns out, most people hurt most of the time. I see it now. Maybe you're aware of it now. But I wanted to take it. I want to say, give it to me, let me feel it for you, right? That's what love is. Love is sacrifice. Love is taking away the burden of the one you care about. You want to make them have the best life they can, even if that means that yours is fire and pain and suffering. That's what love is. And I knew it. The best life pain could have was with me. Now, if you feel the same way, maybe we can share. Let me tell you, in the same way, on the other side of pain, it feels good, man. If you know where I'm going with this, say amen.
Amen.
If you've ever loved someone, truly loved someone, that means you've opened your heart and you were completely vulnerable. You left yourself like this. And if they were taken away or they left you, it's a hurt unlike anything else. You want to drop, you want to get small, you want to cover up, you want to never open up again, you never want to try, right? It's just like getting hit in the mouth, except when you get hit in the heart, it's worse. It's somehow worse. You got to get in there again and have that conversation. Who am I? How am I going to get through this? You got to talk to yourself because there's nobody else. All your other senses are overwhelmed. All you have is that punch in the heart. You can't pick yourself up. You can't believe your way out of it. You got to work your way out of it. Pain is work. Work can be pain, but there's no fast forward. Pain can be fun too, right? It's just how much can I take as it dissipates, as you gain a tolerance. It's just like any other skill. Kind of like lifting weights. You know what you're doing, right? You are destroying the muscle. You're tearing it down so it can build itself up and be stronger. And just like a good relationship, the way you grow, the way you get to know each other is through your flaws. You work through the tough stuff. And so if you haven't worked through the tough stuff of your pain, if you haven't started getting comfortable being uncomfortable, whatever that is, physically, emotionally, spiritually, what will you do if you can't chase your dreams? Whatever your dreams are. And look, you don't have to have the same dreams, right? We're up here, we're talking on stage. Turns out that's the number one thing people are afraid of. So that's not for you, that's okay, because if it's not what you want, fine. But if it's not what you want because you're afraid, because you don't believe in yourself, that's not the way. If it's not who you are, if it's not part of your identity, that's different. But you can't back away and be successful. I don't want to hear any of that. If you want something, I want you to go for it. I want you to fall down. I want you to take your pain and turn it into fire, and turn that fire into your future. It's yours. When I say I'm a professional failure, it's because when people hire me to do anything, they know I will not stop until I win. I will fall down 1,000,000 times. I will figure out every way it doesn't work until I find the one that does. And if you think about it, I'm actually spending more time in that fire, more time doing the wrong thing than I am doing the right thing, because it's about solving problems. And most of that is failing first and resetting from failure. I always tell my kids, we have 8 rules in our house. Rule number 5 is win or learn, never lose. Win or learn, never lose. You only lose when you quit. We don't quit, right?
Right.
So how quickly can you reset? That's your rocket fuel. Good, get up, do it again. How much faster can you get up and do it again? That's going to determine your pace of progress. But what are you doing? How much time do you waste feeling bad for yourself? Putting fake things in your body, slowing yourself down, preventing your dreams from coming true. How much time, people? It's too much, and you know it. Work on it. If you do a little bit less today, a little bit less tomorrow, the Japanese concept of Kaizen, I'm sure you've all heard of it. Incremental improvements every day, that 1%. Every day you're good. Every day you get better, and you get better. Now, pain, you're a teacher, you're a lover, but you're a gardener. Pain will flood your roots so that you can grow. Can't have the appreciation for the sunshine without a little bit of rain. You can't know how good a hug feels if you've never been alone. Pain will shade you from the distraction of good enough, resting on your laurels, thinking that you couldn't possibly improve or that you're better than someone else. Pain is your truth. It's the marker of how far you're willing to go. Pain will prune away the parts of you that hold you back. You have to tear away those parts and nail on the new limbs. Now listen up, because this part's important. Every single day, you have a choice. And you've heard this today, But here's your choice. What will you bring with you into the day, into the hour, into the moment, into the situation in front of you? You can bring pain. You can bring happiness too. You can bring love, joy, understanding, peace, all the things you want. You can bring that into the moment. You can also lay down what no longer serves you. If you know what I'm going to say here, say amen.
Amen.
Look, if you're not really an adult, if you're still that same scared little kid living in an adult body, 14-year-old, you need to be somebody. You needed to bring something to protect yourself, to get through the right now. Good job. You made it. But you can lay it down. You don't have to carry that around anymore. Guys, I want you to leave here fired up. I want you to leave here thinking differently about pain, about the hard stuff. Because it is freedom. It is everything is on the other side. Anything else is a lie, I promise you. Help. Pain is here to help. Help doesn't always feel good, and most times what feels good is not the right choice. The hard thing. Do the hard thing. You can do it. You can do hard things. If no one's told you that, I'm telling you right now. I want you to think about pain differently. I want you to have a little bit of respect. I want you to fall in love with pain. Have a relationship. Care about it. Pick it up. Listen to it. What is it telling you? Slow down. Feel it. Feel it. Don't just try and get through it. Feel it. That's the assignment. Side note, you got to feel it to heal it. You can't just ignore it. It can't be defeated with a hug. It can be defeated with love, but it will not be defeated by being ignored. You can put it to the side for a moment, sure. Process it later, but you got to process it, okay? And I'll leave you with this. Whatever darkness you might be sitting in, pain is the gatekeeper to your freedom, and it's there to ask you one simple question. Do you really want it? Do you? XOXO. Speaker James.